Hey everyone, JT here on Cards and Beers. Today we are going to not rip anything. Today we are going to together walk through a CSG submission. Um, I just picked up, if you guys watched my Throwback Thursday / Throwback Saturday, you saw me pick this Jason Dominguez up here at a local LCS. I paid $62, I think, for that, which I think was a sick deal for a first edition. I was going to send it to PSA. And then if I thought to myself, spend $100 for regular service at PSA plus shipping, and maybe get it back by June. That's their normal 25-day service, I believe, which is really like 3 months right now. Or should we send this one to CSG and for my first ever CSG submission? I've been doing some HGA. I haven't done any videos on HGA because I kind of just did it, and then I will show you what I get back from HGA when they come back. But I figured let's try CSG. So CSG is a new grading service. It's not new. It's new for sports cards. They've been around a really long time. They've been in the game like grading comics and game cards like Pokemon and whatnot. They just kind of started the sports card grading service. So we're gonna try it out. It now the difference between like this and an HGA is HGA does not have a membership fee. CSG does have a membership fee, so you do have to pay in order to submit. It's for their lowest service, it's $25, which is what I got. And then you can pay for higher services, which really doesn't affect like grading as far as timing and costs. You just kind of get like discounts. So if you do the $150 service, you literally get like a $150 credit. So essentially, it's kind of free. For the $25 one, you don't get that credit. But I wasn't going to spend $150 because I just didn't quite know if I was going to use them that much. So we're just going to send in one card, as you can see, this Jason Dominguez. With the service that I'm going to do, I can flip over to that screen and we'll walk you through it. So bear with me here. This will be my first time ever doing a submission, so we're going to kind of learn together on it. And then we're going to see how hard it is, how easy it is, so on and so forth. Just real quick, so the Dominguez, I think, has a very good chance to be a PSA 10. The corner down here, this corner, if you guys have opened Bowman before, Bowman paper, there's like some of the cards have like this like weird little like, it's just when they cut it, like a little piece of the like head didn't all the way cut through. The corner's crisp, it's just got that little like fuzz like piece came off. I tried to kind of like work it with a microfiber, but I just didn't want to play with it too much and damage the corner. So we'll see. If that wasn't there, I think this card's a 10 100%. And then maybe I'd do the PSA, because if I think it's going to 10, I think the value is going to be great. But if it nines, then basically by the time you pay the 100, the shipping, I already into the card for like 60 some bucks. Like I ain't going to make much money. So we'll send it off to CSG. Again, if it 9.5s, like we're not going to make a ton, but at least I can learn the experience of CSG and kind of see the slabs and so on and forth. And maybe we'll throw it online, and then I'll do a recap on like how much it's sold for based on, PSA. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's flip over screens here. So here's their website. I'm going to move my thing over here a little bit so I'm not staring sideways at the screen. I am looking up, so if you guys are wondering why I'm not looking at the camera, both my my screens are both up above me. So here's the website. I'm already logged in. We're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna walk through the process. Here's what the slabs look like. You guys can see them. Subgrades right there. You do have to pay extra for subgrades. I guess we can look at that real quick. So here's their pricing. We are gonna do this one express, which is 15 days, and it's $40. But it's not truly $40 if you want subgrades. If you want subgrades, it's an additional $10. So essentially, this service express is $50. But for $50, which is half the price of PSA's regular service, you're gonna get it in 15 working days. So 3 weeks, call it. Now that doesn't take into consideration shipping. I don't know, like they're all kind of different in their shipping processes. I know like HGA, the clock starts once they get it, but it's not really once they get it, it's once they check it in. Because when I first sent my first HGA, I was like, well, I'm going to send it next to air and get it there in one day. And then I'll get there on a Tuesday, and then my clock starts. Well, it didn't get essentially checked into their system until Friday. So it's not truly 10 days. I've heard some people coming back quicker, but my express for HGA, which is their 15-day or which is their 10-day service, came back more like door to door, like 15 days, which still isn't bad. So we'll see. I'll submit this. We'll put this in the system today. I'll ship it on Monday. And then we'll see, like, we'll look back, we'll come back, and we'll see what the actual timing was. But so this is a $50 service, half the price of PSA. PSA's is $100, and we're gonna get it back 2 months sooner than PSA. So when it comes to like value, a lot of people say, like, obviously CSG, HGA, they're not gonna have the value of PSA. To be honest with you, my personal opinion is I think it's a little irrelevant, because you are going to get your card back much faster than the PSA cards. So at the end of the day, you're capturing the market. So even though that the resale value may be less, you're capturing the market in the time. So if you're doing baseball and the baseball season is here, and you get your card back during baseball season, it's going to have more value than if it's with PSA and you don't get it back till off season, right? So it's all kind of irrelevant. It's all about timing. And for me, a person who is buying and selling, buying and selling, and buying and selling, I want to have the card here, back, sold. Put that money into the next card. So maybe I make $30 less, $40 less, but I have that $40 3 months sooner. So then I can essentially put that into something else. So by the time my PSA submission would have came back, I've already flipped 3 or 4 different cards, and potentially the value is already raised. So that's just my little, like, 2 cents on timing and values and stuff. So we're gonna go with the $40 plus 10 for gross upgrades. We're gonna have it in 15 days, and that's where we go. So here you can see bulk is $8, not truly $8 like we talked about. It's really $18 if you want subgrades. Now, if you don't want subgrades, then it's $8 and it's 60 days. There is a 50 card minimum with this, though, but you can mix, which is nice. So PSA, it's modern, ultra modern, vintage, so on and so forth. You got to do like you got to do your bulks in those submissions. This, you can do it all. You can send vintage in, you can send ultra modern in. As long as you got 50 cards, you can do it for $8 without subgrades. Add subgrades 10. This is a service where I may do non-subgrades for, like, cards that I just like. Cards that I'm just going to have in my office, up on my wall. Like, don't really care so much about resale value. If I got 50 cards that I just enjoy, like I just opened, you guys saw my throwback, video. I opened a box of Junk Wax Upper Deck Hockey. Like, there's some cards, like, I may just send in just to have. Like, I'm a big Madonna fan. This is from the North Stars. Something like that. This card's just really cool. There's another one in here. This Dominic Hasek. Like, that's just a really fun card. Like, these cards don't have any resale value, essentially. I mean, maybe a little. But I just like them. So, like, I don't care about subgrades. So I just might send these in just to have them cased in, slabbed in, and then I can put them on my shelf. You know what I mean? So that would be where I do the 8. But even then, like, I go to a lot of card shows, and I'm going to start actually beginning a table at one here locally in Minnesota. Like, I might just do 50 cards without subgrades, and then for $8, and then just have them on my table. You know what I mean? It's like a good option to have a lot of cards, so you don't go to a card show with like 12 graded cards or 15. Maybe you have, like, 50 graded cards. Maybe they're $15 cards. Kind of like taking the whole like $5 box and essentially making it like a $15 box, but of graded cards. So we may do that. We'll see. I'll let you guys know if I do that. But let's go ahead. Let's get started. So basically, this will be my first ever time doing it. So you guys will learn with me. So it looks like, you click on this, create a submission. We are going to click on the online form. Okay, so what type of card are you submitting? We are going to do mail-in. We are going to do grading. Okay, and then you hit next. I have something in my cart here. Oh, I kind of was playing with this a little bit. Let's go ahead and delete that so we don't screw up our back to the submission form. Okay, we're going to do grading. Next. Okay, quantity 1, select sport, baseball, select year, 2020, select manufacturer, Bowman, select set, first edition. Select subset. So you can leave this empty because this isn't a blue or a gold or anything like that. So I'm assuming you leave that empty. Card number. Let's look at our card number. Our card number is BFE 8. Okay. Oh, so okay, there you go. So it auto populates, which is cool. You know, if you select the card number, so that's nice. So here I don't know what the slabs are gonna look like. I guess I'll keep out first edition because I'm assuming they'll put first edition in there because it's in the set name. So normally maybe you type in first edition. We'll leave that. You know, declared value. Enter in your best declared value. I guess I paid, I don't know, $99. You know, by the time we ship it and everything. I know like PSA they like have limits. So who knows if they have limits? I put $99. You know, if this card gets lost in the mail, I'll be happy with $99 back. Okay, so I think that's it for there. Autograph, no. Pedigree, no. Resubmitting, nope. So next, we are going to do Express with subgrades. Okay. Add to cart. Okay, so now we have it in the cart. We have a 2020 Bowman First Edition Jason Dominguez. Their value. Okay, now $50. Checkout. You guys now see my work address. That's my work address. Next. So, all right, so here we go. Here's some of the stuff I was curious about. So, consumers risk. So here's where you select the comeback price to come back to you. So FedEx is 17. It's crazy that USPS is more than FedEx. So $17. So you got to take that ship collectibles under my own account. Oh, you can do that. Okay, so you know, if you are this is kind of a neat feature, to be honest with you. So if you are a person that has your own shipping account, which, you know, if I don't personally, but like if you're doing this as a business, you may, and then you may be able to use your own shipper number, which if you guys know anything about it, if you can get better rates. So, you know, if you have an account with like a FedEx or a UPS, you get discounted rates. So the rate that you see, $17, is retail rate. You may be able to get that for $10. You know what I mean? So this is an option that you don't get with any of the other services because I've submitted through PSA and I've submitted through HGA. I have not submitted through BGS, but so I can't speak to that. So maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I think this is a unique feature because if you own a business in sports cards, like sports shops or whatever, it's a great way to save some money. You know what I mean? Like you're doing submissions every week and you can save, you know, $10 a week in freight. You know, if you're doing them every week or bulk submissions or group submissions, it's a great way to save some money. I do not. So we will go ahead and just pay the 17. So now we're really into this card for grading for $67. So the stuff to keep in mind. And then you got to ship it there. Now shipping it there, not as big a deal. You can send it USPS. You can send it USPS. You know, one card. You know, it's probably $5 or $6. 17 is a little expensive for one card, which is why it makes more sense if you're going to do this to do it bulk. So you can get like, you know, you get 10 cards in this submission, and now it's really only like $1.70 a card. So for one, it brings up the cost. So now, you know, I'm still cheaper than PSA by a good $30-some. And I'm going to get it 3 months sooner, so I still think that's a good deal. So we'll go ahead and we'll select. Right, nose itches there. So there, and then oh, see, we're learning as we go. Oh no, there we go. I must have, because I unclicked that, so on and so forth. So here's credit card information. We'll skip all that so you guys don't have my credit card information. And then you know, my assumption is after this, you know, you bulk up the card and you submit it. One of the things that I think we should learn, and maybe in here, is when you're submitting, how to submit. Oh, so I'm not logged in. Let's go ahead. Oh, we can. I was going to just see if we could see how the submission works as far as like how you package it up. But my assumption is you just package it up like in HGA. So that's really it. Um, I won't walk through the credit card portion of it. I think the rest of it's pretty easy. I just wanted to give you a quick little grasp of what it's like for the process. It's very similar to PSA. It's pretty similar to HGA. HGA, you got to key in more information. They don't have a pop-up like that did, so that's nice. But yeah, so that's the video. I'll let you guys know. I should have the card back, maybe by the end of the month. So I'll do a video on what it came back as. And actually, I may reach out to a couple buddies of mine before I submit this and just make sure they don't want to send in something, at the same time. It's kind of another reason why I stopped right here, because I want to send a message out and see if anybody else wants to send any in. But yeah, so that's that. I'll let you guys know how it comes back. I'll let you know I'm going to sell it. It's 100% going to be a card that's going to be sold, so you guys can see how much I have into it, how much I sold it for, and then see if it makes sense to send CGS or CSG. I keep getting those mixed up. So yeah, keep it on. Shoot me a message. If you shoot me a DM if you want me to look into doing some submissions for you. Like always, check out Twin Cities Breaks on Instagram. Also check out our Facebook group. I know like right on the bottom of the screen it says Cards and Beers. It's actually I just forgot to update the graphics today. So it's actually Facebook-group /Twin Cities Breaks. So just like the Instagram. And then give me a like, give me a subscribe so we can keep doing these videos, and I will see you guys later.